Hey there, folks. This is Sean here with Bone Daddy Blade WerX, back again to share with you a diabolical new creation of mine that I am super excited about. We like to call them the Para-squid Flamethrowers and bottle openers. Now, like their name suggests, these little monsters have got it all. With a body composed of roughly 9 foot of 550 paracord, and an industry-best firesteel.com GobSpark RangerTM Ferro Rod hidden within. These Para-squid are equipped to shoot flames from their mouths and crack beer with their teeth. Nuff said. Before I get into how it all works, I'll give you a bit of backstory first. Starting my own knife company has always been a dream of mine. So when my wife and I committed to launching Bone Daddy Blade WerX, I knew I wanted to do something a little extra special to commemorate the achievement of a long-standing dream. But it had to be something special, something that I could make myself with my own blood, sweat, and tears, something to contribute to the success of the campaign as well as thank those individuals who are first in line to support our vision. Now, in hindsight, I should have thought it through a bit more before I set about making 1,300 of these Para-squid danglers by hand. Yes, you heard that correct, 1,300. And each one takes roughly 20 minutes to complete, so that should help give you a sense of the enormity of the undertaking. And now that I am nearly complete with all 1,300, I can say with a high degree of confidence that these are the very last Para-squids I will ever make. Ever. So, how do they work? Concealed within the body of each squid is a 1/4 inch diameter by 2.5 inch long firesteel.com GobSpark RangerTM Ferro Rod that's good for throwing hot gobs of 5,500 degree mayhem. In order to remove the ferro rod from the Para-squid, you first must loosen the closure knot at the bottom of the Para-squid, which retains the ferro rod. Holding the Para-squid with its tentacles up, loosen the knot by first gently pulling the bottom loop of a given strand. You will notice the corresponding tentacle shorten as you loosen the knot. Rotate the Para-squid counterclockwise, repeating this process until all 6 tentacles have been loosened. You will notice that the knot is actually laced through the grip of the ferro rod itself. This is done so that the rod does not come loose and get lost during regular carry. Not always, but in most cases the ferro rod will be interlaced with the 2 longest tentacles of a given color. Now that your knot is loosened, it should be easy to identify which tentacles are retaining your ferro rod. Gently twist the ferro rod clockwise while pulling up. The rod should spiral up and out, no problem. Next, flip the Para-squid around so its head is up. You will notice on the back of the skull where it says Bone Daddy Blade WerX, there is a slight concavity. This is intended as a thumb groove and aids in gripping the skull when striking. If you look inside the mouth, you will also notice that there is a striker plate on either side of the jaw. This allows the Para-squid Flamethrower to function properly for both left and right-handed users. Insert the ferro rod through the back of the jaw fully so that the grip of the ferro rod abuts the back of the skull. Pressing the ferro rod down firmly against the edge of the strike plate, quickly pull back, removing the ferro rod from the mouth while scraping it along the edge of the strike plate. This should produce a healthy spray of super hot sparks to ignite your tinder and set your fire ablaze. Sure, fire's good and all, but beer is better. That is why we also made the skull a bottle opener. This one is pretty simple and straightforward. Place the jaw on the cap of your chosen brew and apply pressure to the thumb groove on the back of the skull. The bottom teeth will catch the edge of the cap and voila! Merrymaking ensues. Putting the ferro rod away is a simple process of reversing the steps for removing it. Insert the rod so that just the grip extends above the bottom of the knot. Next, lace the 2 longest tentacles through the loops of the ferro rod grip. Make sure to thread the tentacles through the loops so that they maintain the clockwise direction of the knot. When done correctly, the 2 tentacles will enter the loops from opposite directions, and there will be 2 different colored tentacles between each. Now, work the ferro rod down as deep as you can so that the grip is nested within the knot. While holding the squid firmly in your hand, work your way around the knot clockwise, pulling each consecutive tentacle until you have thoroughly tightened all 6 strands. Go around a few times if necessary. Your ferro rod is now safely secured until the next time you need it. So, there you have it, the Para-squid Flamethrower and bottle opener, rising from the deep for a limited time and going extinct fast. Be sure to mark February 20th on your calendars. That is when you will finally be able to get in line to get one of your own via our Kickstarter campaign for the Axis. Let me know what you think of these little monsters in the comments below. Until next time, stay nasty, my friends.